semi is in the median. It is on fire, and small explosions going off.
Transportation companies often pay their drivers by the mile, and to make a living wage, professional drivers are forced to make their deliveries as fast as possible, often sacrificing their personal time, including resting and sleeping. Professional drivers account for 10% of all auto accidents, but the real struggle for drivers takes place inside the truck, where they can spend a dangerous amount of hours behind the wheel.
It's just you. Mile after lonely mile. Days, nights, weekends, and holidays. The cab's tiny, and anytime you stop to take a break to sit down and talk to somebody, you're losing money. You gotta keep moving. It doesn't matter if traffic's bad, you're tired, stressed, or dealing with problems at home. You gotta keep going or you don't get paid. That's what you have to do to make it out here.
While professional drivers push themselves to make their deliveries or provide services as fast as possible, their extended time spent in isolation often leads to an unhealthy lifestyle and vulnerability to other dangers. To deal with the anxiety, stress, and depression caused by isolation, professional drivers often develop addictions.
Drivers drink coffee, energy drinks, and other sources of caffeine all day long. But pills work better. They have pills to keep you awake, pills to put you to sleep, pills to make you feel better. A lot of drivers are alcoholics or addicted to some kind of drug. You get to your stop and you medicate until you pass out. The next day you wake up and you do it all over again. You do whatever you have to get the job done so you can get paid.
The extended isolation and dangers professional drivers face also leads to extreme loneliness, which leads many drivers into pornography addiction. Pornography addiction can develop into paying for sex, which is easily available at truck stops in towns across the country.
The drivers know where to find the girls. It's not hard. You can work it into your schedule and think of it as something to look forward to. Anything that gets you to the next day helps. If you get into trafficking the girls, you can make some extra money.
Human trafficking is a growing concern across the world, and the trucking industry plays a critical role in the transportation of victims, as well as the fight against sex trafficking. In the last 10 years, the number of persons referred to the U.S. attorneys for human trafficking offenses increased by 62%. For a lot of professional drivers, the extended isolation and pressures of being on the road causes a mental health spiral. When drugs and sex addiction fail to cure the underlying cause of their anxiety and depression, they face deep states of hopelessness. The reality is that suicide rates are high among professional drivers, and the numbers are rising. Professional truck drivers are fifth on the list of highest risk for work-related suicide.
You're alone a lot. It's a part of the job. It can go on for years, and for some drivers, it can be their whole life. I want to be there with my family. Sometimes I'm living a separate life, but I have to stay on the road or work overtime to make the money to provide for them. Think about it like this. When someone goes to prison, they lose their partner, their kids, their car, their house, their job, their friends, and their family. When a prisoner acts out, what does the prison do to punish someone who has already lost everything? They put him in isolation. That's how they make you suffer.
Professional drivers across the world face isolation on a daily basis, and they're in desperate need of real-life connection, mental and spiritual support. TFC Global is an international non-profit organization with the goal of providing chaplaincy services to the trucking community. Through those services, they offer drivers a personal presence, a listening ear, spiritual counseling, and help to avoid the pitfalls that can plague the trucking industry and help them live a transformed life. TFC Global needs people like you to help care for and reach the trucking community. Talk to a TFC Global representative, check out their website, or give them a call. With your help, we will be able to continue providing chaplaincy services and expand the methods used to reach professional drivers.